Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are standing somewhere quiet, a place where nobody is asking anything from you. No messages waiting, no expectations, no pretending that you are okay, just you and the feelings you have been carrying for so long. Now imagine there is something in your hand, something you have been holding on to without even realizing. Maybe it is a memory. Maybe it is a painful conversation you replay again and again. Maybe it is a mistake you made years ago that you still punish yourself for. Maybe it is someone's words that stayed inside your heart much longer than they deserve. You look down and you realize you are holding a heavy weight. You don't even remember when you picked it up. You only know that you have carried it for a very long time. And maybe that is what happens in life. Sometimes we carry things quietly. We wake up, we go to work, we smile, we talk to people, we do everything we are supposed to do. But somewhere deep inside, there is still a small part of us holding on to something painful, something we never had the chance to release. Maybe nobody knows how much energy it takes. Energy to look strong when you feel tired. Energy to say, I'm fine when your heart feels heavy. Energy to move forward while a part of you is still stuck somewhere in the past. And if you have been feeling anxious lately, if your mind keeps going back to old moments, if you keep asking yourself, why did I do that? Why did I let that happen? Why wasn't I better? Then maybe this moment is for you. Not because you need to forget everything, not because your pain wasn't real, but because your heart deserves a little space to breathe again. So today, I want you to try something with me. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to pretend. Just gently imagine. Imagine that the heavy thing you have been carrying slowly changes. The weight becomes lighter. The shape begins to change. And now you see a balloon in your hand. A simple balloon. But inside this balloon is everything you are ready to release. Maybe it holds a painful memory. Maybe it holds an old version of yourself. The version who didn't know better. The version who was trying to survive. The version who made mistakes. The version who was doing the best she could with what she knew at that time. Look at the balloon. Notice its color. Notice its shape. Notice how it feels in your hand. And for a moment, just acknowledge it, because sometimes we spend so much time fighting our pain that we forget to listen to it. Maybe your balloon is filled with the words someone said to you. Words like, you are not enough, you will never change, you are too sensitive, you always make mistakes. And maybe you know logically that those words are not true, but somehow a small part of you believed them. Maybe you carried those words into your relationships, into your dreams, into the way you see yourself. Maybe every time something good happened, a quiet voice inside whispered, don't get too excited. Something will go wrong. You don't deserve this. And you wondered, why can't I just be confident? Why can't I trust myself? Why does my mind always go back to the pain? But the truth is, your mind was trying to protect you. It remembered the hurt because it didn't want you to experience it again. It held on to the memory because it thought, if I remember this, maybe I can keep myself safe. But sometimes protection can become a prison. And today, we are gently opening the door. Take a slow breath in. Just breathe. Feel the air entering your body and slowly breathe out. Let your shoulders relax. Again, a gentle breath in and a slow breath out. You don't need to fix everything today. You don't need to heal every wound in one moment. You are simply giving yourself permission to put one thing down. Just one. The thing that has been hurting you the most. The thing you are tired of carrying. The thing you keep bringing into every new chapter of your life. Hold the balloon gently and imagine saying, I see you. I know you have been with me for a long time. I know you were trying to protect me, but I don't need to carry you in the same way anymore. Maybe you need to release guilt. Maybe you need to release shame. Maybe you need to release the version of yourself who you keep judging. Because sometimes the person we are hardest on is ourselves. We forgive other people. We understand their mistakes. We see their struggles. But when it comes to ourselves, we become the person who criticizes us the most. We replay the moment. We analyze every detail. We ask, why wasn't I smarter? Why didn't I know? Why didn't I see it coming? But the woman you were back then, she didn't have the knowledge you have now. She didn't have the strength you have now. She didn't have the experience you have now. She was learning. She was growing. She was becoming you. So take another breath with me. Slowly breathe in and slowly breathe out. And imagine yourself standing in this quiet place. The sky is calm. The world is quiet. And for once, you are not running away from your feelings. You are simply allowing yourself to feel them. Because healing does not always begin with forgetting. Sometimes healing begins with finally saying, yes, this hurt me. Yes, this changed me. Yes, this was difficult. And maybe you have spent years trying to be strong, Maybe you told yourself, I shouldn't still feel this. It happened a long time ago. I need to move on. But your heart doesn't work like a calendar. It doesn't say 3 years have passed, so this feeling should disappear. Your heart remembers, your body remembers, your thoughts remember. And sometimes the thing we need most is not to force ourselves to move on. Sometimes we need to gently meet the part of us that is still waiting to be understood. Now imagine something. Imagine a younger version of yourself standing in front of you. The version of you from the moment when that pain first started. Maybe she was younger. Maybe she was confused. Maybe she was scared. Maybe she was trying so hard to be loved, to be accepted, to be enough. Look at her. Really look at her. Notice her face. Notice her eyes. She has been carrying something too. She has been waiting for someone to tell her, you are okay. You are worthy. You didn't deserve to feel that way. And maybe today, you are the person who can finally give her those words. Imagine walking toward her, slowly, not rushing. And when you reach her, you sit beside her. You don't need perfect words. You don't need a big speech. You simply sit with her. And maybe you say, I'm sorry you had to carry this alone. I'm sorry you thought you weren't enough. I'm sorry you blamed yourself for things you didn't understand. But I'm here now. I'm listening now. You don't have to hold everything by yourself anymore. Take a moment. Let those words reach her. Let those words reach you. Because sometimes the healing we are searching for is the kindness we never gave ourselves. Now look at the balloon in your hand, the one carrying everything you are ready to release. Maybe you are holding a mistake. Maybe you are holding someone's rejection. Maybe you are holding a moment when you felt invisible. Maybe you are holding an old belief that says, I'm not enough. Take a deep breath, and when you are ready, open your hand. Slowly let the balloon go. Watch it rise higher and higher. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to pull it back. You don't have to ask, was I allowed to let this go? Yes, you are. Watch as the balloon becomes smaller. The pain becomes farther away, not because it never happened, not because it didn't matter, but because it no longer has to control your every moment. The past can be part of your story without being the author of your future. You can remember something without living inside it. You can acknowledge what happened without letting it decide who you are. And maybe today is the first small moment where you tell yourself, I am allowed to begin again. Now imagine yourself walking forward. Your hands feel lighter, your heart feels softer, the road ahead is still there. There may still be difficult days. There may still be moments when old feelings come back, and that's okay. Healing is not a straight line. Some days you will feel strong, some days you will feel emotional, some days you may wonder if you are making progress. But even then, something inside you is changing because you are learning how to come back to yourself. You are learning how to be your own safe place. Before we finish, I want you to place your hand over your heart, just for a moment. Feel that you are here. You made it through every difficult day you thought you couldn't handle. You survived every moment that felt too heavy. You became someone who is still trying, still learning, still growing, and that matters. Now repeat these words gently. I forgive myself. I accept myself. I am allowed to grow. I am not my past. I am becoming someone I love. You don't have to believe every word immediately. Just let them enter your heart little by little. Maybe the old version of you needed survival, but the new version of you deserves peace. She deserves calm mornings. She deserves healthy love. She deserves confidence. She deserves to stop fighting herself every day. And if nobody has told you this recently, I want you to remember, you are allowed to put down what was never meant to be carried forever. You are allowed to choose yourself. You are allowed to heal. Thank you for spending these moments with yourself. And whenever the weight feels heavy again, come back to this. Take a breath. Close your eyes. Imagine the balloon. Imagine releasing what no longer belongs in your hands. You can practice this whenever you need a moment of calm. And if anxiety or overthinking has been making your days feel heavier, I created a simple free guide called the 3-Minute Anxiety Reset. It's a small practice you can use anytime you feel overwhelmed and need to reconnect with yourself. You can find it through the link in the description. And if you are trying to build a calmer mind, stronger confidence, and a kinder relationship with yourself, you're welcome here. Subscribe and join me for more gentle reminders that you are growing, healing, and becoming the person you were always meant to be. Until next time, be kind to yourself.